remember the first time that I met. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry. I remember the first time I met Alyssa. It was days before we started 6th grade, and I was new to the school, and only knew a few people. Alyssa seemed so much older than me. She was mature and cool, and wise beyond her years. Right away, she fascinated me with her looks, her personality, and her passion for life. We had every class together and quickly became friends. In 7th grade, Alyssa began to tell me how sad she was, how her life wasn't worth living. I didn't understand her sadness. She had such a wonderful life, I thought. She was beautiful, she was good at sports. She had so many friends. She had everything going for her. A loving family, supportive parents, 2 younger sisters who she adored. At just 12 years old, when she talked to me like that, I didn't know what to say to her. She made me promise not to tell anyone what she told me. And if you can remember back to 7th grade, friends were your world. And Alyssa was cool. She was popular and beautiful. I didn't want to lose her as a friend. So I kept her promise, and I didn't tell anyone about her wanting to hurt herself. Now flash forward to sophomore year of high school, February 11th, 2004. It's a day I'll never forget. I remember my mom coming into my bedroom. She told me Alyssa had died. The look on her face, she said Alyssa had taken her own life. I was numb. I couldn't comprehend what she was telling me. From that moment on, I started thinking back to anything would have suggested her plans to kill herself. Was there something I could have done to prevent this, to help my friend? Were those comments back in 7th grade warning signs, I thought to myself? I soon learned that yes, they were. And I wish I had a program like the Science of Suicide program in middle school and in high school to teach me the warning signs. I obviously knew it was serious when she was speaking to me this way, but I didn't know that it meant she was actually considering following through with it. I thought she was just trying to get attention. I wish I had the SOS program to, in a way, give me permission to break that promise she told me and tell a trusted adult. And since Alyssa's suicide in 2004, my life has been forever changed. It was her death that prompted me to go back to school and get my master's in social work in hopes to help struggling adolescents like Alyssa. Last year, I had the opportunity to complete my 2nd year social work internship at Glenbrook North High School. One of the initiatives I started at GBN was implementing and teaching the SOS program in some of the sophomore health classes. Being able to stand in front of a classroom full of students, teaching them what to look for in themselves or a friend who may be depressed or suicidal, was an incredibly powerful experience. It was amazing to see how absorbed the students would get while the DVD was playing, hearing the stories of the different teenagers, including Alyssa's. One of the most rewarding parts for me in teaching the SOS program is when students ask questions about Alyssa at the end. For me, it helps to keep her legacy alive and comforts me in knowing that she is helping to save lives. There's one thing that we want the students to walk away with after learning the SOS program. It's for them to understand and live by the ACT message. The A in ACT stands for acknowledge. Acknowledge that you or your friend has a problem and needs help. The C stands for care. Let your friend know you care about them. The T stands for tell. Tell a trusted adult. Do not keep it inside. I stand here in front of you all today, confident that the SOS program is not only an excellent educational program, but that the Science of Suicide program is needed in each of the schools across the Chicagoland area. Students need to hear and learn how suicide is not the answer and understand what to do if they think a friend might be suicidal. This summer, there were 2 students at GBN who committed suicide. They are now understanding and see the need for the entire school to go through the program and not just the sophomores. This fall, I will be back at UVN full-time, and I will continue to give my whole heart to this cause, suicide education and awareness. Thank you all for coming today and showing your support. Please continue to join the Meyers family and the dedicated board members of Alyssa's mission to help us in the fight to save lives and bring awareness to teens.